And we are live. What's up, chat? It's a LUH SYKE, Noza Jordan stream. Getting into it. Some of y'all might know Noza. Yo, he's the boy, bro. It's actually crazy. I didn't even want to tell you this. I wanted to wait to tell you until we were live, but
yeah.
I actually it's funny as fuck because I was in a Song Wars with bro, whatever that was, a week ago, and he he stood out heavy. It was bro, it was some shit where y'all gotta go watch it, but it was some shit where everybody already had their artists and shit, and then the host Jaden was like, all right, I'll just play all the rest of the artists just so y'all hear him. And then they put his shit on, and 3 people were like, all right, fuck my artist, I want this guy, and I was one of them. He ended up going with Sleepy Puppy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that's a crazy pick. I'm not gonna lie, but
it was hard to pick because it was just everyone was
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, you don't know what to do. Fucking people fighting over you and shit, bro. What? But I didn't even know this until after the stream was done. But I had his fucking song on my playlist and shit, so I was like, oh shit, that's the boy. So yeah, so I tapped in with him. So you're from Chicago, correct?
Yeah.
Born and raised?
Yeah, I was born in the inner city, kind of Humboldt Park area.
Okay.
And then I ended up moving to the burbs, more towards high school. So I kind of have all around background and stuff. But yeah, I grew up in Chicago, and then I moved to LA in 2021, and I just moved back. So
wow, okay, that's the only major city I've never been to is Chicago. I've been to Joliet. You know Joliet?
Oh yeah, Joliet.
Yeah, bro. I stayed there.
Oh my god! I used to do shows at the Forge. I don't know if you know about the Forge.
No.
It's a venue in Joliet. Yeah, I used to do shows there all the time.
Yeah, bro. I actually interviewed an artist from Joliet, but fucking, bro, I was driving across the country. I was driving to Portland, Oregon from Philly area. This was a minute ago, but I had to stay in Joliet, bro. That shit was sketchy, bro. It was my fault though. I stayed in a Red Roof Inn. It was totally on me. But so you said you moved to LA and then moved back. So talk about that. What, you went out to LA, I assume for music and everything, but you said fuck it, I'm gonna just pursue this shit from home. I want to be where my roots are, or what?
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel for me personally, the one thing about LA is if you stay for too long, everything just starts getting mad corny, and you're just seeing through certain people and shit. And,
bro, I bet.
I just felt for where I was at the time, and with everything that was going on in life, I just felt I started also noticing a scene pop up in Chicago too.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends from out here were kind of starting to buzz, and they were hitting me up and telling me about the shit going on in the city, and I was kind of just weighing my options. I was like, okay, I could stay out here in LA, far as hell from home, and keep doing what I'm doing, or I could go back home and actually tap back in with the people that I was starting this shit with. And I feel it was a super beneficial decision too.
Good.
I mean, now is I'm really cooking up music every single day. I'm
on my own. Bro.
It's a whole different feeling, and it just feels way more genuine too.
Let's go. That's fire, bro.
In LA, I feel I was around a lot of motherfuckers that weren't around for the right reasons. Whereas out here is I'm around people that that really know me. You feel me?
Yeah, no,
so it is different.
That's what I would think, bro. 42 is telling me oh, it's so beneficial to move to LA and shit, and I'm it is for him. He's doing great. You know what I mean?
It is. Don't get me wrong. It's fire, but after so long,
you get burnt out.
It burns you out. Yeah, it burns you out for a little bit. So I I might go back somewhat soon, but I'm enjoying my time out here for now. You know,
it's conniving motherfuckers out there. Not everybody, but it's conniving motherfuckers out there, and it's expensive as hell to live out there. Dude. But so how long you been making music then?
I've been making music since I was 15.
Okay.
But I started.
How old are you now?
I'm 25 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a decade.
It's 10 years then. Wow. Yeah. So.
That's fire.
But yeah, basically, motherfucking. I started dropping my first songs on my 18th birthday. So
Oh
that was
yeah.
like, yeah, that was like 2017.
Yeah. Would you
And
say that's when you started taking it serious, or was it later?
that's probably, well, to be honest, like I wasn't really even in my mind like, oh, this is gonna be something like super
Yeah.
serious for me.
Yeah.
Cause I was just like, oh, I just want to put out music and like have fun with it and see what's going
Yeah.
on. But when I dropped my first song, it was just going so viral, like just like in my school and like in other schools, like around like just locally and
Yeah.
stuff. And
I know how it be.
I
Yeah.
think, yeah, I think I hit like 20K plays on it, like pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And once I saw that, I was like, oh shit, like. And then I started doing shows, and really once I started doing shows, like that's where I actually got to see like the in person feel for it, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is something that I gotta really lock in on because it seems like people are fucking with me, so it's like, why wouldn't
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like actually try to pursue this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
So
that's huge. So a lot of people, like a lot of people do know, a lot of people don't know, but you have like when you first like moved out to LA, was that when you met Durk? Like you guys like you decided to make that
yeah,
jump when you met Durk?
so I actually met Durk probably like a year before I
Okay.
moved to LA,
In
and
Chicago or just online?
and well, so I met his brother first.
Okay.
And I met his brother actually on some super random shit. I
Yeah.
met him at a gas station,
Oh shit.
and I was trying to buy Dutches, and I wasn't old enough at the time. I was like 20 years old.
Wow.
So
He hooked
so
you up.
I was trying to buy Dutches, and the lady was like bugging on me, and we were like arguing in the gas station, like it was causing a whole scene and shit. And I was like, man, fuck this bitch. Like, I end up walking out the gas station, and I bumped shoulders with this dude, and he's like this tall ass, like he got a bunch of drip on, he got Dior, Miri jacket, all type of shit. Like I'm like, and I just asked him if he could buy me a Dutch. But when he comes out, he passes me the Dutch. I'm trying to give him the money. He's like, nah. He's like, you good, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like, okay, this guy cool. He looked like a rapper.
Yeah.
Let me see if he's a rapper so I can sell him beats. Because I was like literally slanging beats at the time for like $20 each. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I asked him, I'm like, yo, you need beats? Like, I'm a producer, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's like, nah, I don't make music, but my little brother makes music. And I was like, oh, what type of music he make? Like, I got him right. Like, I'm really like that. Like, I was talking my shit, you know what I'm
And you
saying?
were not prepared
And
for the answer.
and he was like, oh, you know Lil Durk? And I was like, yeah, I know Lil Durk. He's like, that's my brother. And I was like, no way. Like me, like I was with these girls too in the car at the time, and they were like, that's Cap. They're like, you're not his brother. Like they were like trying to call him out on Cap, and then he pulls out his phone, and then he FaceTimes Durk, and then Durk answers, and we're just like, what the fuck? Like the girls start tweaking. They're like screaming and shit. They're like, oh my god.
Wow.
And I was just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, and but then he hangs up the phone, and he was like asking me like, oh, so you just produce or blah blah blah. Like I'm like, oh, I'm an artist too. And I was opening up in Joliet actually for Lil TJ like a week later.
Oh wow.
So I invited him to my show, and he was like, yeah, like take my number down, blah blah. And we started chopping it up. He told me to send him some music, and like I think the first song I sent him was just like my most recent SoundCloud song I dropped, and he was fucking with it like OD. He was like,
this
Durk
or TJ?
This is Durk's brother.
Oh,
I met
okay.
at the gas station. So when I sent him the music, TJ, I was just opening up a show for him.
Yeah.
So I invited him to the show and stuff. But yeah, basically like he was just fucking with the music. He wanted me to send him more. Then he started sending it to Durk. Durk was starting to fuck with it like super heavy. And Durk was telling him to start booking me for studio sessions to see how it worked. So the first studio session he booked me, I think I recorded like 4 songs in like 2 hours. And all the songs they were fucking with. So then he sent it to Durk, and Durk was like, "Oh yeah, like he's serious. Like we need to like do something with him." So it was like a random Wednesday or something. Like I woke up on the couch to like a text from Rel, who's Durk's brother, the one that met me at the gas station, and he was like, "We going to Atlanta today. Like pack your bags. Like we finna go meet up with Smirk." I was like, "Oh shit!" Like so then they ended up bring me out to Atlanta, and then that's where I met Durk. We went to the studio. Well, first we went to Lenox Mall, and he like bought me like a whole fit. Like he bought me like some off-white jeans.
He
and
spoiled
off-white
you.
shoes
Shit.
and like all this different shit. And then we ended up going to Wild 'N Out that day. So there, like I saw like Chance the Rapper and T.I. and Nick Cannon. Like I saw the whole production like happen, and that shit was crazy. And then fucking like right after that we came back to the studio, and that's where I actually got to start making songs with Durk, and then we made a song together, and he was fucking with it, like he was vibing with it so heavy. Like they pulled me to the side, they were like, oh yeah, we want to sign you, like just to let you know, like. And I was like, shit, like it was, and this is all like from the gas station to being in Atlanta was like the span of like 2 weeks.
Really?
So it was like, yeah, it was like fast. Like it
So
was
you
like
were
very
just
like,
like you were just doing music locally. You were
yeah,
just
pretty
like,
much, pretty
and
much.
one day you're just like you just got signed to Lil Durk. How did that happen? But
It was
like,
very early too. Like I was probably only dropping music for less than 2 years.
wow.
So
So you just were
it
doing
was,
it like you weren't expecting a big break. Like you wanted to, but like you weren't like putting yourself in a position really to be. It just kind of
yeah,
presented itself, and one thing led to another. Wow. That's a
yeah,
crazy story. That's actually a crazy story, bro.
yeah. No, it was definitely like
So first night
just
y'all linked up, you were
stars
in
lining up.
Atlanta, you made a song with him. You no plans of dropping that song, I assume, right? It's been a while, huh?
It's still in the cut.
Yeah.
Like I mean, me and Dirk got like a bunch of songs together, but the first song that we made, like I feel like I listen to it now and it still kind of stands the test of time. And
Yeah.
I made the beat to that song too, which is like
Yeah.
another crazy thing about that.
Bro, that's dope. I seen this is the thing cuz I seen like you got snippets and shit with him like on the YouTube shorts and shit, but other than that, you guys don't have any songs out together right now, right?
Not officially,
Wow.
no.
That's interesting, bro. You
Yeah.
obviously this is the thing, and I'm sure you can assume which song I had on my playlist. The song you had on that OTF album, Forever, that
Oh
was your
yeah.
own song. They gave you the spotlight for that.
Yeah,
How
it
was
was a
that
thing. It
song?
was
How was
like,
that song made? Was he with you? Was Durk with you when you made that song?
well, he wasn't like with me while I was making it, but we were doing like a camp, in LA where it was like 30 nights straight. He booked the studio from like 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. So it was like me, Dirk, like Duty was there, Buka was there, like all like OTF was just like there, and we were all kind of like focused on like locking in on making this project.
Yeah,
And I had my own studio, so like when I was pulling up, I was coming with like my engineer, my producers,
yeah,
my cameraman, like all completely separate from OTF. You know what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying? Because I like to like kind of like build my own inner team too.
yeah,
So those were all the people that were with me when we was like making the song. But then, Dirk was like in the other room, and then I would like go to his room,
yeah.
play him some shit. He would play me some shit, like.
Gotcha,
So we
gotcha.
were just bouncing ideas off each other, and then that song just felt like the best one, because I was talking about like the family and forever, and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, like this.
yeah.
So they was fucking with it, yeah.
That's nuts, bro. That's just so
But 30
dope to me.
nights, 30 nights, like on a completely opposite time schedule, like 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. was like fucking me up. Like that
Yeah,
shit was,
yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah, bro. No, I couldn't imagine, bro. That's just so nuts to me. So,
Yeah.
um, was there any other? By the way, too, I wanted to know: is there any other like OTF artists that you like collab with and stuff? Or
Yeah, no, I have songs. So I have songs with Duty, Buka, Didi,
oh, so yeah,
Esparo,
yeah,
my boy, from New York. I have songs with Sydney August. Sydney August is another underrated OTF artist. I feel like she's
yeah. I
like an
don't think I
R&B
heard.
singer. Yeah, she's an R&B singer. She has a song with Durk that's out like on one of his deluxe albums. I think it was the Voice deluxe album.
Yeah, I might have heard it then.
So,
I
yeah,
might have
so I
heard
got
it.
songs with her. I got songs like all the like damn near everyone from
Yeah,
OTF.
that's dope. Okay, I was
But
I was wondering. So how did things change for you then when Lil Durk got locked up? Which was that was, what, pushing 2 years ago
yeah,
now, right?
yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was like 2024.
yeah,
So, yeah, I mean, before that, you know what I mean? Like, we always would like talk and like come up with plans, and like he was always like trying to make like big moves for me. You know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Because I think Dirk like really saw me as kind of being like that like pop artist for OTF,
Yeah, yeah,
like someone that could like bridge like that gap from like the world and like the streets of
100%,
OTF, and you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
so like we would always be like plotting and stuff, and I was actually in the middle of like I had an album finished, and we were shooting like the singles, the music video singles, like for the album, and everything was coming through, and like he had some deals for me that we were like lining up like the meetings and stuff. But after that happened, it was kind of like everything was put on pause because like the whole world was just like shaking. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like different. So then I got put in a position where like I kind of had to wait and see like what was happening, and I didn't really want to press the issue so much because obviously, you know what I'm saying, like bro just got locked up, like, and it's like some serious shit. So it's like I wasn't even trying to like be so like centered on like what I have going on for me, even though I wasn't like eager to, you know, start putting music out and everything. So it was kind of just like a long like waiting period, and just like in LA, like just trying to figure shit out. Like I had my own apartment, you know what I'm saying? Like when I first moved to LA, I was living with Rel. But then, you know, Rel starts having like kids and like having a family and stuff. So it's like I was like, you know, I need to get like on my own shit, and that's what I did. So I was just in LA like on my own, like, and I was still like, you know, like linking up with a bunch of people and like making shit work. But in terms of like dropping music, I didn't have that green light yet. You know what I mean? But by the time I like moved back to Chicago, like, and I still talk to Rel like all the time, like almost every day. You know what I mean? He was just telling me like, bro, you just need to drop. Like, don't even focus on no deal. No, don't focus on like waiting for people and this and that. Like, just put the shit out and like take the bet on yourself. And that was one of the last things that Durk told me to, was like, you just got to take a bet on yourself. Like, don't just wait for an opportunity to come to you. Like, create that opportunity. So
100%.
that's kind of what I've been on as a recent. But God, he's gonna get out though. I really think he's gonna get out. To be honest,
you think Durk's gonna get released soon or not?
I mean, his trial's in August, so like, there's no telling like what timeline it's gonna be. But I mean, Brian
Steasley on that bitch. So, you know, it's over.
Like, he's goated.
It's over.
And just in general, like, I don't even want to speak too much on it, but it's kind of just a bullshit case. Like they're trying to pin him for his lyrics. It's the same shit with Thug. Like,
doesn't work. It's doesn't work if Brian Steele's behind it. So we'll see.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You feel me? So, but let's see. Oh, yo, I wanted to ask you about this too. You collab with Calvo. How'd that happen?
Oh yeah,
random as hell, bro. How'd that happen?
Dude, that's my boy.
Yeah?
I actually met him in LA, like on some.
No shit.
I forgot where we even first. I think he pulled up to my crib the first time.
Really?
Which was random, because my boy Kai Chu. I don't know if you've heard of Kai Chu. He's like a videographer, kind of in the LA scene. He shoots for like a lot of different people and stuff. But he actually just shot the video. I don't know if he's gonna be mad that I'm leaking this, but he just shot the video for the Too Slimy song that was in the
shit.
Star Wars.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he just shot the video for that.
Oh shit. That's dope.
Yeah.
So you
that's
how you got
he put up with Calvo.
Okay. So what, you knew him and then Calvo was just like a mutual or what?
Yeah, type shit. So he, like, I knew Kai because we would shoot videos together, and then he also shot videos for Calvo, and he just brought him to the crib one time. And then I was playing him like my album that I was working on at that time, and he was fucking with it. So like the next couple, like, we just locked in, and then he would pull up to my crib sometimes, and we would just like cook up. So yeah, we got 2 songs together that are out actually. So.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I only saw the one. What was it? The one that he put on his album, and then what? Did you drop one featuring him as well? Or?
Yeah, two of the songs are both like on his album.
Oh, okay.
So he's got the most recent one is like the 2 a.m. in Glendale.
Yeah, that's the one I heard. Yeah, that's fucking yo. That's dope. I actually made a song with Calvo way back in the day too, bro. It was low key some like meme shit, but it was still fire. Like it was a song, bro. You gotta peep it afterwards. It was funny as hell. It's called Don Cheadle. Like, you know the actor Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. Fucking
bro, he said bald ass bitch look like Don Cheadle. Rich as a bitch like I'm Don Cheadle. That shit was funny as fuck.
Like that.
Yeah, but was there Oh, I also wanted to obviously ask you about this because how'd you get put in contact with Lyrical Lemonade, like, to do your video? Was that Durk putting the pieces together?
So Durk kind of like facilitated that whole play, but I actually met Cole like a while ago. So I met him in 2020 when I was still living in Chicago, and it was like the pandemic, and he was doing like these community like cleanups.
Oh, no shit.
And one of my boys just hit me, and he was like, yo, like, you trying to pop out to this community cleanup, Lyrical Lemonade thing, blah, blah. And I didn't really have nothing going on that day, so I was like, fuck it, like, let's go. And we're there and we're like cleaning up the Douglas Park and shit. And I peep Cole just like by himself, like across the little grass thing. And I like walk up to him and I'm like, yo, you need help with that? He's like, go crazy. Ooh. So we're picking up trash together. This is like my first interaction with him.
No shit.
And I like introduced myself and I'm like, yo, like, because at that time I was actually already signed to Durk. So this is before I moved to LA, but after I signed. You know what I mean? So I told him, I was like, yo, like, I don't know if you heard or seen or whatever, but you know, I'm signed to Durk. I just signed like a couple months ago. And he was like, for real? He was like, wait a minute. He was like, is this you? He pulls out his phone and he goes to Durk's messages and he plays one of my songs, like off his phone. And I was just like, what the fuck? So like just right off the bat, like we were like chopping it up, like everything was like mad cool. And then I showed him the song that I made with Durk, that first song that I made with him. And then he like got my number down and had me send it to him because he fucked with that song. And like so we kind of maintained like a good relationship like throughout the years. But then when we were doing that 30-day camp for the Loyal Bros tape, he would like pull up like some random days, like and he would just be in there, and we would just be like chopping it up and like listening to music and just vibing. And there was one song specifically that I actually didn't even make the song yet. It was a voice memo. It was just a voice memo, like an idea from a voice memo.
Wow.
And like backstory on that whole song, I wrote that song when I was in rehab. So I went to
You're
rehab
like when me, twin. I didn't know that. Yes. You're like me.
So when I first got to LA, I was wilding. Like
I could imagine. Yeah,
genuinely wilding, like throwing parties and all types of crazy shit. Like, and Rel was just kind of like, bro, you need to slow down. I think you might need some rehab. I was just like, fuck. Like, I didn't want to do it, but I ended up going, and I didn't have no phone in there or anything. So it was like I would be writing songs, and I'll be writing them on my notebook, and I'll be like singing it out loud. And I would ask them to borrow my phone just so that I could record a voice memo to remember the melody. So I recorded this voice memo, which was apologize. It was like, if I fuck up one more time, like, so I recorded that, like, and if you look at the video, like that initial, like little, like staticky, like voice clip at the beginning of the video is the actual voice memo from rehab.
So you recorded that on one of the texts or their phone.
Yeah, like my phone. Like, your phone. I got into rehab and I recorded like with the voice memos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I was in rehab, I was not allowed to touch my phone, bro. But yo, when was that? When was that?
For me, because I was just like, man, like I went to rehab in Cali.
When was it?
2021. Wow. So
that
was like.
Yeah. So you've been good since then, like.
Yeah. No, I've been good.
So when I say good, I mean like you smoke weed, you drink, or nothing.
Yeah, I still smoke weed and drink. Like, but
some people can.
It's not like an everyday thing. But trust me, it used to be a lot worse.
I'm sure, bro. Look, some people can. If you got to that point, you're like me. Like I've been there, bro. I've been there. Yeah. Fucking, you mean 4 years, bro? You feel me?
Nice.
That's a minute though. Like
4 years.
Yeah, you're beating me on that because obviously you were there 2021. I went 2022, but yeah bro. I personally went to rehab like 10 times throughout my life. So that 4 years is like the craziest shit ever. So
no, that's valid,
you know what I mean? But
I used to go to rehab too when I was like even in high school. I went to rehab my first time when I was like 17
for like drinking and shit.
I was kind of in and out for a good period of time, but since 2021, like I've been super straight.
Good, bro. Good. That's awesome.
But yeah, basically, so like back to the whole like the Cole thing, like he heard that voice memo because one of my managers at the time, Sycamore, was like, "Oh, play Cole this voice memo. I want to see what he thinks about it," which was like a super random thing to me. I was just like, a voice memo? Like, why would I play a voice memo? But I was like, all right, cool. And I played it, and then Cole like fucked with it, like for some reason, like he fucked with the melody and like what I was saying and the emotion and everything. So he was like, he texted me the next day, and he was like, I want you to make a full song out of this. So I ended up like linking up with my producers homies, Ben 10K, Dane's Blood, and we put the song together, and I sent it to Cole, and he was just like, yeah, let's shoot a video for this.
Wow.
So that was just like a crazy, like, random moment. Like it wasn't even planned for real. Like Durk wanted us to collab, and he wanted us to like make like that relationship so that we could end up having a video. But the video was strictly off the strength of like Cole was heavily fucking with a voice memo.
Yeah.
So
wow. Nuts. Yeah, so shit. So you're gonna rock with that then at that point. It's like even if you weren't even thinking about making a song with that voice memo, Cole Bennett tells you jump, fucking
exactly.
You're on it.
And I wasn't thinking about making a song with the voice memo. Yeah. Like, I genuinely was not planning on doing it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, for sure.
You know.
Well, so you've lived in LA, you've been around the LA like entertainment scene, you've been in the Chicago rap scene, you know, all that.
Yeah.
Was there any mistakes you made being in the industry so young? Because you were obviously out there by yourself, like pretty young.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's the thing for me is like, I mean, one with the rehab thing, right?
Well, yeah,
like when I first got to LA, like it was all just like a fever dream. You know what I'm saying? So like, and also at the time too, I had some friends that were like getting paid, like they were getting like hella bread because I think Bitcoin was like going crazy or some shit, and they were like in that space.
They were hitting the dips.
So like now my homies is like popping out and they're like getting like rooms at the London Hotel and getting like yachts and all this shit. So I'm like, it's like I haven't even made it yet.
Yeah.
And I'm over here like experiencing all this shit, and I'm just like, you know, taking drugs on a yacht and like fucking at the hotel room till like 6, 7 in the morning and like. You know what I'm saying? Like, just...
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Like, I feel like that part of, like, where I was at was very just, like, distracting for me. And it was, like, not the best thing to, like... I don't know. Like, you already know. Like, it's just... If you're stuck in that, like, you can't even focus on your career.
You can't. You can't. Because you're either sleeping all day or you're fucking hitting up whoever you got to hit up to chill, to cop. To do like there's no time for actual focusing on you. So
for work, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 100%.
So that's I feel like that was one mistake that I made, and then other times too. To be honest, like I've met so many people that were like huge. Like I met like Lil Uzi, J. Cole, Metro Boomin, like a bunch of like, and these are people that I had like real conversations with and everything. Or like Don Toliver too. Like I was like starting to get close with Don Toliver, but I never really got like to that point of like having their phone number and texting them and calling them and doing shit like that because I was nervous. Like I was still like the little guy, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
like, because it was like Durk was bringing me along, and it's like obviously Durk got his thing going on. He's one of the biggest artists in the world. He's the one that's kind of bringing me around these people. And when I'm meeting them, I'm just like, oh, one of like the OTF people. But it's like I never really put myself out enough to be able to like, oh, like let me get your number, let's lock in, blah blah blah. Like, so that's one thing that I feel like I wouldn't say like regret because I don't really have any regrets, but I feel like it's like something that I feel like I could have done better.
Yeah.
But
no, I feel you. And
you learn.
Yeah. There's gray area there though too, because you never like you don't want to push
yourself too at the same time.
Because imagine, you know, you see Uzi like in 3 weeks just somewhere. And he's just out in Chicago doing something.
Recognize me
he's like, oh, you that guy. Yeah, bro, let's lock in. You know, versus, oh, you're that guy who was like doing too much first time I met you. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
There's a line, you know.
That was my mentality too, like at the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like
it's business relationships too at the end of the day. You know? So but that's cool. I appreciate you sharing that. So how's because obviously the way we just, you know, recently connected was through Song Wars and shit. So how's Song Wars been helping you? Is that like the first one you did recently? Have you been doing those a lot or what?
It's like my third one that I've done.
Okay. How's it been helping you?
This was the first one. This is the first one that I did that was like kind of in that format.
Yeah.
Where it was like the voice.
Yeah.
Whereas like everyone has.
Unique,
so it was a little bit different. It was a little bit different for me, but the Song Wars is lit. Like I personally like have been tapping more in with like just the streaming shit in general and like the streaming community, and like I'm just seeing like it's dope because it's like a live thing and it's like an interactive thing and it's like a competitive thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like my favorite part of it is like just being able to compete and like being this shit. But it definitely has been helping. Like people have been noticing me off that shit.
Yeah. Does it help you as well with like like figuring out how to make songs quicker and shit, and like
Yeah, so the
also
10
too,
minute challenge.
also too, more focusing on like the appeal because like you kind of want to it's like Song Wars, you make the song and then it's you're watching your audience's reaction to it, so it kind of forces you to be more focused on how
Yeah.
it's going to be consumed and received. So does it also help you with that? I was wondering.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like, cause so the first song was that I did was one where like we just brought songs that we already had pre-made.
Yeah.
So that one I was like a little bit more comfortable with, and I did pretty well in that one. I lost to like Luck Clover or something.
Oh, okay. I think
Which,
I might have actually heard of them.
yeah,
Clover.
he's
Yeah.
he's like a TikTok like artist. But no, that was good experience in my first one. The second one I did the first like 10-minute song challenge, and like 10 minutes is like hella short. Like
It
for
is
me
so
personally,
short.
like it's so short. Like I usually am used to like taking time on my songs. Like I might take like a whole hour, maybe 2 hours to make like a full song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like the 10-minute thing is like me just like rapid fire, right? So like
Yeah.
my first song, like when I did it, I didn't really have like a hook or anything. Like it wasn't like a song.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit short. And everyone in the chat was saying they fucked with my song heavy, they fucked with my song, but it was too short. That was the only thing. So I got eliminated in that one, and I was like, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
so then in this next one, I was like, okay, like I'm gonna use the method. I'm just gonna like do like a little repetitive hook. So I just have a quick hook right away, boom. Then I'm gonna do the verse, and then maybe if I can add a second verse, like so I could drag it out a little bit more. But yeah, the 10-minute song challenge is like intense,
That
dude. Like
is. That is. Yeah,
this
you
shit
were
had
the
me
one,
like
right? You
sweating.
were the one who was like, you start recording a second before they started and shit, and they were like, "Yo,
Oh yeah.
is he
No,
recording?"
I was warming up. Like I was getting
Oh,
the auto tune to sound right and shit. But
okay, all right, yeah.
yeah,
Because I was about to say,
I saw that.
if you were actually cheating and getting a head start, you would have hit it a little better than that. So,
Yeah, exactly,
yeah. So,
exactly.
but you say you still be like smoking and shit, like, because I remember I used to, like, when it comes to music and shit, because like obviously like
Yeah.
I also make music, like when it comes to that and like creating a vibe and shit, I always used to smoke and get in the stew and shit all the time. Is that still something like you do a lot, like just as far as like part of your creative process or what?
I wouldn't even say like a lot because I don't like rely on it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like a person that's like, oh, I need to come to the studio with like a zip on me and I'm just like constantly rolling up. Like,
I know those
you know what I
people.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not really like that type of artist, but I feel like it helps like sometimes for sure. But I be cooking up sober sometimes too.
Yeah. That's
So it's just
fire.
like it's really whatever like the mood calls for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it depends on the day for me.
Yeah, that's fire. So you do you do like shows out there in Chicago a lot or not really?
I have been recently, so
Yeah.
this week actually I have two shows lined up.
Ooh. Oh, I saw you got one with Landon Cube, huh?
Yeah, I got one with Landing Cube on
That's
Saturday,
so
so
sick. That's so
yeah,
sick.
that's gonna be lit. That's gonna be
Yeah.
lit. That's in Aurora, so that's like more like kind of like the
I got
suburbs.
boys who live
But
in
and then I
Aurora.
I have one in the city on Wednesday, so tomorrow actually.
Oh
What today's
shit.
Tuesday? Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow I got a show.
Yeah.
So
That's so sick. Yeah, I got boys who live in Aurora actually. I got like a lot out there.
yeah,
But yeah, so do you talk to Durk in jail at all?
I've talked to him once on a
Yeah.
phone call, like probably at the very beginning, like in 2024,
Yeah.
and then I talked or like I was writing letters to him
Yeah.
like throughout like, and I've written some letters to him recently, but sometimes they don't always get through like the inspection and
Yeah.
stuff like, and I think he was also like in solitary for a good
I
minute, which I
know.
just found
I
out. Like,
know.
yeah,
That's
so
fucked.
it was like yeah, so yeah, basically like it's just I don't know, it's been kind of hard to like get in contact with him and stuff. I still talk
Yeah.
to his brother all the time,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
So why did
free that man, dude.
absolutely, bro. That sucks. Like the whole solitary confinement shit. I read all about that because I do like
I
news
saw that, I was
videos.
like, what the fuck, like
Yeah.
there's no way,
I read
man. Like,
all about it in detail because like I did like a news video on it and it was just that shit was fucked up, dude. But
yeah.
what did Durk say in particular? What did Durk say like he fucked with about you and like why he really like took a chance on you? Because it's like there's so many people out there that it's like they just hear your shit and it's like
Yeah.
yeah, you got a voice, you got a flow, whatever, you're hard, but it's like Durk isn't gonna fucking want to sign you. You know what I like? He'll still hear it and acknowledge this is really good music, but that doesn't mean he's gonna want to sign you. What did he say he fucked
Yeah.
with about you or saw in you?
I think with me, like obviously one thing was like my energy, like in
Yeah.
person, like I just got along with everybody like really well, and like we'd be cracking jokes and stuff all the
Okay.
time. So that was one thing. But two, like when it comes to my music actually started from like spoken word poetry. So like
Oh, okay.
I used to actually like back when I was like in high school, there was this girl that I was fucking with,
Mm-hmm.
and she like really liked spoken word poetry. Like that was what she did. So she would have me come to these like things with her, and I started doing it myself. And but I would do like kind of like in a rap type of way, and that's kind of like what turned into like the way that I wrote music. And I feel like a lot of my early music especially was very like it was like my pen. Like he just really liked the way that I wrote songs. It was like unique to him.
Okay.
And he just like he just I don't know. I think it was a mixture of everything. It was a mixture of, like the voice and my pen
Yeah.
and just like what I was trying to
Yeah.
represent too,
There's
you know
an
what I
it
mean? So
factor. I feel like you know people say that if you know, and people actually get mad at like streamers or reactors and people like that when they just instantly have an opinion on a song. Like they hear it
yeah,
and in 5 seconds they have an opinion on it.
yeah,
And I feel like that's fair. Like I feel like it's fair to know that because like I don't know, like when your song came on and shit at the Song Wars, like everybody who already had an artist just went like, well fuck, like instantly. And like somebody went, I want him instantly. And it's like that's just the thing is like sometimes it's just if when you know. There's
mm,
it factors in artists that it's just like okay, this person's voice and delivery and everything is all molded together, and they're just put on this earth to do this. Like you know what I mean? So I
yeah.
definitely that's definitely like no glaze. That's definitely something I heard in you. Like
Nah,
when
I
I
appreciate you, man.
for real, that was something I heard in you for sure. But yeah, before we hop off, I wanted to just ask you too, like, what's what's the best thing you learned from Durk about the music industry? Not even like it could be about music as well, but like just industry in general. Like what's best thing and best advice he gave you, you think?
I think it's just like knowing, like, kind of like telling the real from the fake, or like what people's intentions are with you.
Yeah.
Because especially when it comes to like business, like when it comes to like deals, and when it comes to like sitting at the negotiating table and like talking to people who like okay, like they will act like they have your best intentions, or like they're trying to help you when really like that might not be the case. And I just seen him kind of like bob and weave through like his relationships with business and even like the people that's around him. And I feel like he's just smart. Like he's just smart about his shit, like the way
Yeah.
he moves. And
100%.
so I just feel like that's something that was like a big takeaway for me personally, was like just the way that I move. Like I have to be like the people that I keep around me, it has to be like solid at all times.
Yeah.
Because that was something I even had to learn kind of on my own too. Because when I was in LA, like I had a couple of my closest friends like kind of snake me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
So
bet.
it's like that was one thing that I saw from him, that he definitely was like had a laser focus. Like he had his blinders on. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah, I bet.
So
For
you know, it's
sure.
just maneuvering through those relationships. In LA, it's like a big thing too. Like
Yeah.
you gotta know like what's real, what's genuine, and what's not. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, also like this is what I love to ask like every artist who comes on here. Um, last thing I'll ask, since you have like just like the resume you have and like the people you know, like what you've kind of like built for yourself. What best advice for an artist trying to get in your shoes right now? Just like I know you probably like just like everybody, you know, you never can say like, "Oh, I'm where I want to be. I've checked all my boxes." But at the
Yeah.
same time, you're in a position that so many people would die to be in, and you have to like, you know, sometimes remember that.
Yeah.
So honestly, like you really are. So what's your best advice to any artist trying to get in a position where they could get signed by somebody like Lil Durk or somebody, you know, like an A-list artist like that?
Yeah. I think really like the number one thing is before anything, you have to lock in on the craft itself. And that I feel like really is like a underrated piece of advice, because so many people just kind of think that like, oh, like if I just do this or do this gimmick or do this antic, like then it's just gonna put me on. And like, yeah, that can put you on too, but it's not gonna necessarily like make you last in the industry. Like if you want to make this like your living, like you're gonna want to be in it for like more than 10 years. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and like for me, like I think one thing is definitely like locking in on the craft, like finding your unique voice and your unique sound and your unique like way of creating music. And then after that, it's really all about like relationships. It's all about like your presence in rooms. Like when you go to the studio, like are you like that beacon of light that's just radiating on everybody, or are you just like sitting in the corner like this? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I feel like
That doesn't get you
that's
anywhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big thing for me is like you just have to be willing to like reach out and make the relationships because you never know where they can take you. Like
Yeah.
it's like even like with me, like when I met Durk's brother, like I just had the courage, I guess, to like say, oh, do you make music? Like, do you need beats?
Exactly.
Like I could have
Exactly.
just went on my way and like
Yeah.
just went, oh yeah, thanks for the Dutch, boom, I'm out of here. Like,
Yeah.
but it's
Isn't it
like you
crazy
just have to
how one
have
little
that.
shit could have changed your whole life if you just decided not to ask that? So
Exactly.
crazy.
I think about that shit all the time. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, like I wonder where life would have been if I didn't just like ask that question.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's how it is in life, like in general. Like you just kind of gotta put yourself out there and like build the relationships and have the
Mm-hmm.
good products to be with you at the same time. So now you got a good product. You're meeting cool people, and that shit can take you to a different level. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, bro. Well, yo, thanks for hopping on, taking the time, bro. Honestly, like, super dope guy, down to earth. Honestly, like, I think if if we were to take this and touch base again in like 6 months, 8 months, bro, I think it'd be a whole different conversation. Even that's what I like
Yeah.
to that's what I like to think as
Yeah.
well with a lot of the artists who come on here, but like with you in particular, and just like just like I said, like your it factor, your situation, and just everything. I feel like you're at a point now where like stuff's really aligning. So it was really great
Yeah.
to connect with you, bro, for real. So
No, thank you, bro. Yeah,
yeah,
for
bro,
real, for real.
stay in touch too. We gotta like I got a Discord. We all send each other like bunch of like our songs, share music, viral tips, like stuff like that. If I'm like, yo, I made a video on TikTok, totally went viral because of this, boom, boom, boom. People share stuff
Yeah,
like that in there all the time. So if you want to hop in
now for
there,
sure.
that's definitely everybody would fuck with you in there as well. But yeah,
Bet that.
bro, we'll keep in touch, brother. Anything else you want the people to know before
Lock
we hop
in.
off?
Yeah, nah, man. I mean, shit. Just I appreciate you for the opportunity to have me on here, and
Yes, sir.
what I'm saying, we're definitely locked in. Are you in LA or what area are you
Oh man, not close.
in?
I'm in Philly, bro.
Oh, Philly,
Yeah,
facts.
yeah.
I got homies in New York and shit. So
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Maybe
No, I do most of like the moves I make are in New York. You know what I mean? Like everything that's done. Like I went to SSG Kobe or no?
I have met him
Yeah,
before. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I went to the stew with him the other day at in New York, but other than
facts.
that, yeah, there's not a lot of like major like I feel like Philly's rap scene is very like local, if that makes like, whereas like Chicago rap scene, like they go global as hell, but like not all of them obviously, but that's like they have
There's
that.
some big ones.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Philly, I feel like they're too like they think they're so different out here, and they'll be like, oh, like I don't know, because Philly lingo is so different, and people kind of
yeah.
isolate themselves, So,
And
but
the main ones that I know is like Uzi and
yeah,
Meek Mill, and
Uzi's a whole exception though. Like he doesn't even talk like he's from
out. Yeah,
Philly.
he's out in his own lane. Yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't even talk like he's from Philly. It's actually so weird that he grew up here, honestly. But yeah. But
right.
Skrilla's making waves right now.
Yeah,
Skrilla.
Skrill's going crazy.
So
No lie,
but
he's going super crazy.
but yeah. All right, bro. Well, we'll keep in touch, brother. Appreciate you hopping on. We'll be dropping this on YouTube tonight or tomorrow, chat. So we'll see y'all then.